Oh shit, here we go again.
Hello audience, I hope you all had a merry f***ing Christmas and a happy new year. So the 2010s are finally behind us, and it seems like the common sentiment on social media is that we should kick off the new year and the new decade with some positivity. You gotta look on the bright side, you know? The past may suck, the future may be bleak, but hey, at least we have Rockstar Games delivering some top-notch games, right? Now as 99.9999 and a bunch of other 9% of you watching this video know, there have been a lot of GTA 6 articles speculating the possible return of CJ from San Andreas. And if you haven't seen those articles, you've seen the clickbait YouTube videos by people like Mr. Boss for the win. You know, videos where it's like, CJ confirmed GTA 6, ? And of course the video has all to do with that. Basically just videos and articles meant to get you to click on them and nothing else. Like they're just there to absorb as much of your time as possible so they can inundate you with ads. But it seems like we now have some news regarding CJ and Rockstar Games. So last night, Young Melee, that being the voice of CJ, took to Instagram to rant about Rockstar Games and to make it clear that he will never, under any circumstances, reprise his role as Carl Johnson. Here's what he said. To kill the rumors, I'm not involved in GTA 6 at all. At Rockstar Games, period. CJ will have to be voiced by another motherfucker, but not me. I don't give a what y'all heard. Now you might be thinking, that's something. You know, you don't often see this with actors in video games, so what gives? What gives, Young Melee? What happened? Well, as far as I can tell, he never explains that. What he does do is have a very heated back and forth with fans of Grand Theft Auto. As you'd expect, a lot of GTA fans showed up en masse, a lot of which immediately tried to get a rise out of Young Melee because, you know, if somebody's trash-talking something you like and you know for a fact that that person's pissed off, then it's kind of hard to resist the urge to just poke them and get them to flip out, isn't it? Way to kill fans of yours that followed you for years. Just the disrespecting part isn't right, dude. Okay, so before we proceed, I just want to pause for a second. So Young Melee now has two options. Either A, he plays into some anon on social media trying to provoke him, or B, he doesn't. So let's see what happens. So here's his response. Shut up, bitch, I'm being disrespected. You work for them? If not, shut up, punk ass up. So you get disrespected by the company, then take it out on the fans who supported you. You good? If you simply explained it to your audience in detail instead of calling them maybe you wouldn't have heat on you in the comments. Ain't nobody disrespecting you but Rockstar, which you've lacked to explain to us. Be good, man. Unfollow me then. You and the rest of them. I ain't corporate, I'm street. Know the difference. And it seems like the more time that passed, the more pissed off Young Melee got. Here's somebody just saying man. Like that's it. Just like, man. And almost immediately, man what? You with them or me? We do real life. Them. I just want to make it clear, like, I like Young Melee. This video's not at all intended to, like, take a jab at him. I think he's a good actor. He's obviously a very talented musician. I have no problem with Young Melee. What I find amusing about this is just the absurdity of it all. And speaking of absurdity, here's an awesome comment. Ryder was right. CJ is a buster. Look at him all in his feelings and shit.
Same old CJ. Buster. Straight buster.
And immediately, Melee's like, yo, daddy's a buster for on to mama and having you shut up bitch ass nobody ass. Okay, Melee, I'm just gonna level with you and just give you some advice. As somebody who's been really active on social media for a long time, I have people who piss me off too, alright? And sometimes they succeed, but oftentimes they don't. And here's why they don't. It's because you can tell what the intention is based on what they're saying. If somebody's taking a jab at you, the best thing you can do is dismiss it. Expressing even the slightest bit of acrimony is not gonna play in your favor. If anything, it's gonna just fuel them to keep with you. And here's something you definitely should do. Explain what the your problem with Rockstar Games is, because I've looked through the comment section of this post, I've had a look at a lot of your social media pages, and I've yet to find an explanation anywhere. If you're gonna publicly say Rockstar Games, which is, you know, your prerogative, mind you, that's fine. You know, if that's how you feel, good. Thanks for being honest. Explain why, please. It's a good idea to just put that out there and let people know why you're pissed off. Because as it stands, you're leaving it up to the imagination of a bunch of idiots online. They're not gonna be able to figure out what's going on, and neither am I, because I have no fucking clue what you're talking about. And it's not for a lack of trying to understand it. I've gone through the comments. I've sifted through your social media pages. is. I've looked into this. I've conducted studies and research. All you've done is go on Instagram and just declare that Rockstar Games sucks. And of course, if you make a post like this and you have a bunch of fans, then there's a good chance that a lot of those fans are gonna feel attacked. They're gonna feel like you're taking a jab at them, and so naturally, a lot of those people came out the woodwork. So street means disrespect those who care about you and your old work? Being corporate or street doesn't mean anything, man. Love those who support or supported you. No need for excuses for acting the way you are. A simple explanation would be better than insulting those who are questioning what the f you're talking about. I have love for all my supporters. F fans. Corporate companies exploit us, so unless you're from the streets, f corporate. Off top. He thinks it's right to disrespect fans. I disrespect the disrespectful. Don't confuse it. And it goes on and on and on. But you know what? Young Melee, I wish you the best. I hope it all pans out the way you want it to. I just don't know if this is the best approach. I think you should reconsider maybe providing some kind of insight into this. Like, hey, here's the problem I have with Rockstar Games. There you go, now you know. Because as of right now, you've mentioned corporations, you've mentioned companies, you've mentioned people being disrespectful. You've dropped some hints here and there, and I feel like people can infer something from that, but it doesn't specify the catalyst for any of this. The best thing you can do right now is just take a break from social media, or if you're gonna stick to social media, use that time to explain to people what you're talking about. Because right now, it's like hostility towards Rockstar. And people are like, oh, well, we like Rockstar, so hostility towards you. And immediately, you're like, hostility back. And it's this weird, vicious cycle of people just being pissed. This is not gonna lead to anything good. I'm no expert, but I know a little bit about people being pissed off. On the off chance you see this video, Young Melee, best of luck. I hope it all works out. Something else I'm curious about is why this keeps happening with protagonists from Rockstar Games. Every now and then, you'll see Rockstar having a falling out with one of their voice actors. As soon as they had a protagonist with a voice actor, that being Tommy Vercetti, voiced by Ray Liotta, there was like immediate conflict in the studio during recording sessions. Now, in Rockstar's defense, Ray Liotta, as talented of an actor as he may be, he's a bit of a prick. Difficult to work with, a total egomaniac, just as much of a douchebag as he is a talented actor. During the recording sessions for Vice City, Ray Liotta would have these occasional outbursts. You know, he would just show up in a bad mood and just whine his way through dialogue. And at one point, he was just questioning, like, why am I doing this? Why am I wasting my time on some dumb video game? At which point, one of the producers of the game took him aside and said, hey, listen, this is not a small project. This is on par with a lot of the huge Hollywood titles you see being made right now. It is heavily anticipated, people are gonna love it, and we need you to put some effort into this. You know, this is not Pong. This is essentially cinema in video game form, and it's incredibly popular right now. And after the release of Vice City, people kept asking Ray Liotta, like, are you gonna do anything with Rockstar again? To which he said, hell no. And after this, we had GTA 4's Nico Bellic's voice actor, Michael Hollick. Now, apparently, Rockstar promised some kind of pay negotiation that they went back on. All I know is that it's a lot of he said, she said. You know, it kind of sucks, because Nico's one of those characters that people just love, and we're never gonna see him in another Grand Theft Auto game, even though it's perfectly possible given the fact that Rockstar is still sticking to the HD universe. It's just not gonna happen because of some pay negotiation nonsense. And now we have Young Melee. And as for what the problem is, we don't know. He's not told us anything about that, nor has Rockstar. The best thing we can do right now is guess. If any of you have any idea what could have happened, let me know in the comments below, because I'm stumped. I've looked into this. I've read interviews. I've done my research, and I've yet to come to even like a possible conclusion. Yeah, in the words of Jerry Rosenthal, wish I knew, but I don't. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video by again wishing you a happy new year. This is now the 20s. How do you feel, audience? Are you stoked? Are you sad? Tell me how you feel, cause I care. And by the way, Young Melee, again, on the off chance you see this, here's my email. If you want to explain this to me and clarify it, and I can make a follow-up video clarifying this, please do. That'd be awesome. Again, I wish you the best. I hope it all pans out. But right now, I don't know, all I can do is laugh at the absurdity of it all. And I don't think you can blame me for that. I think you know well why this seems absurd. Anyway, you folks, as always, stay classy. Peace.
Shit, you crazy. Let's get up out of here.
Oh shit, run!
Welcome to San Andreas, I'm CJ from Grove Street. Land of the heinous, gangbangers in cold heat. And Los Santos neighbors get no sleep, beefing with anybody, competing, even police. 4 deep in the green rag with gold feet. Blast with the flag on the strap. That's OG. Stay in shape, hit the gym, lift the weights. Get super cut a big and buff.
Buster.